it's complete. Already it's simply timeless wholeness. And in that aliveness, in that being, arises the idea of separation. As a tiny child, either at birth or very soon after birth, separation, the sense of being separate, happens. It's energetic. It's not an idea, it's energetic. It's called self-consciousness. The only thing in the whole of this manifestation which is self-conscious is a human being. Nothing else is self-conscious. There's no such thing as a self-conscious tree. But the human being experiences separation. And at the moment that the human being experiences separation, the brain simulates a me. Because of protecting itself and having to deal with the world that's arising, that seems separate, the brain sees the world suddenly as separate. Then the brain simulates a me in order to protect itself and the body from what seems separate. So apart from self-survival, the brain develops a system of dealing with the world for the me. And it grows up, and it grows up, obviously the child grows up with a lot of other me's who also have this system of negotiating with the separate world. And that becomes more and more sophisticated as the child grows up. And so the child or the person learns to find pleasure and avoid pain. And what we see in the world is that energy going on. The self-conscious human being is looking for pleasure and avoiding pain. And that becomes more and more sophisticated. Yeah? Obviously people look for lots of money, lots of lovers maybe, power, whatever. But for many people that isn't enough, or for some people that isn't enough. And so people turn to religion, because all the time there's separation, there's a feeling as though this isn't whole, there's something missing, there's a secret that can't be found for the separate individual. The separate individual is looking for not being separate, which is wholeness, but doesn't know how to find that, and doesn't know what that really means. So the separate seeker is always looking for something that it doesn't really comprehend, because it lives in separation, and it sees everything through a veil of separation. Everything it looks at is somehow separate from it. And so we have religion, we have teachings about enlightenment, we have therapy, all those things are an attempt by the individual to find something deeper, to find this wholeness. The difficulty of that, the impossibility of that situation is that actually there is only wholeness. It's the open secret. What we look for already is this. It's totally open. It's never gone away. What we long for, beingness, wholeness, has never left us. But because we live in this belief, in this dream of being separate, we can't see that. So we think we have to find something. And we search for something here and there, through meditation, through self-inquiry, through all sorts of teachings that we learn about. We learn that we have to change ourselves in order to find what we want. And all the time we're trying to change ourselves, we're not seeing that what we long for has never been lost. It's never left us. We go on searching and looking all over the place. We go on trying to approach something that doesn't need approaching. We're always trying to approach something that already is the case. Already there's only oneness, already there's only wholeness. But all the time there's a seeker, the function of the seeker is to seek. The seeker can't do anything else but seek. Awakening, in my terms, the way I use awakening, is awakening from the dream of the idea that there's something to find. But nobody awakens. What happens in awakening is that the seeker, the activity of seeking, suddenly ceases. The whole sense of separation suddenly isn't there. So the artificial me, this me that the brain has created, suddenly is no more. It simply falls away, not through any sort of effort on the part of the seeker. Simply, suddenly, there is no seeker. There is no separation. And suddenly, it is seen that already that which was sought is everything. Already everything. For no one. What is seen is that all there is what's happening. All there is aliveness. All there is in this room is aliveness. All there is in this room is what's happening. Whatever's happening there is what you're looking for. But whatever is happening for no one. It's not anybody's bum sitting on the seat. It's not anybody's breath being breathed. It isn't anybody's blood being coursed through the body. It is simply blood coursing through the body. It is simply breathing. It is simply sitting on a seat. That's all that's happening. All there is in this room is what's happening.